Hey, want to see your suggestions drawn on a future episode of the Doodle Stream? Join me live every Friday from 5 to 8 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/MrHinkleDraws. But while you're here, enjoy this previously recorded live stream. And don't forget, as an artist, I require validation. Hit that like button. And if you're new here, subscribe for more art from MrHinkleDraws. What are you guys doing? What?
Hi, Kevin.
What's up? What's up, Hawkeye Lego Man? Ray, Funny Figs, Bubble of O, Hope Castle, Bricks O'Brien sub, Tier 1, Hunga Dunga Chunga. Did you guys do a hype train when I was outside doing something? I told you guys I was going to be 15 minutes late. Okay, so you did. So a level 1 hype train has occurred. I haven't done anything. I've literally not done a single thing. It was a starting soon screen. Thank you guys. Appel, always nice to see you, Appel. Appreciate you being here, man. Nice to see you. Hello to everybody. Thank you guys for being here. I'm sorry that we were a little late. I tried as much as I could to throw some messages in chat to let you guys know we're running 15 minutes late. Hopefully you saw it. Hopefully you weren't terribly bothered and bored out of your minds. But hello, welcome back to Doodle Stream. Apologies.
Wow. We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
You did these freehand?
Michael Scott and Bob Ross at the same time.
I'm really proud of you.
I love it. I love it. So yes, I needed to step away to pick up a tent because I'm doing a yard sale. So I was getting a tent. A friend of mine let me borrow a tent, and I was literally outside right at 5 picking it up. So, hey, it's all good. Oh, man, so bothered. Guess I need to go do something else. There you go. So, welcome, everybody. I didn't even bring my water. Oh, man. I am a mess. I am truly a mess. I'm sorry. It's nice to see you guys again for episode 101. Yeah, no problem, Appel. Just wanted to stop by and say hi. Appreciate it. Thank you. So, it's been a couple weeks. I've been incredibly busy. I have not stopped moving. I am physically, mentally, emotionally exhausted. And it's not stopping anytime soon. It is not by my own doing. I don't want this. Did your suggestion box reject my first suggestion? Did it? Was it inappropriate? It does seem to have some very light moderation to it, but I don't know what it is. So, welcome back. This is episode 101. So we already did 100 episodes. So we're back to Appel's cut the carrot. We are back to Patreon suggested. Fully approved. I don't know why I would reject it then. Let me open it up, actually. Sorry, I am super discombobulated. I am all over the place. So much is going on. My channel. So thank you guys for being here, and thanks for that hype train and just all of that. It's totally unexpected while I was, getting stuff set up. Totally unexpected. Okay. Flagged by the famous love triangle of the Earl of Sandwich. What is it, not like love? I don't understand. I don't know. So if you're not familiar, I do have a suggestion box. It should be accessible mobile or desktop. I think it's a little easier to find on desktop, but you can find it on mobile as well. And if you got any ideas, so we're back to Patreon suggested themes. So we took a break for a while. I think it was a month-long break. Because we had run through the first suggestions from all the patrons, which was super awesome. And exclamation point Patreon in the chat, just in case you don't know what's going on. Check it out. I offer a lot to my patrons. I take very good care of my patrons. I think my patrons take care of me, so I feel it's appropriate to take care of them. And one of the ways that one of the perks for being a patron is you get the ability to suggest themes for this show. Exclamation point book. No, that is turned off for the moment because there's no way to get any of my books right now. So for the moment. So Chris Giddens, my patron Chris Giddens. Bless you, Chris. Thank you for your continuous patronage. I really appreciate it. He suggested shapes. So back in the day, I did color episodes where all the suggestions had to be like blue or they had to be red. And he was like, let's do an episode about shapes. And he didn't give me a shape. I just picked triangles because I thought triangles would be a fun one to do. So that's what we're going to do today. And in full honesty, I should have reached out to him and asked him what he wanted me to do for him. And I didn't because I have, as I mentioned already, I have not stopped moving. I am so exhausted and I just didn't have time. Didn't have time to do it. There is no legal way. That's true. There's no legal way to get my books. So feel free to throw suggestions into the suggestion box if you have something in mind that's a triangle. It's got to be a triangle. Yes, Bill Cipher. I knew we were gonna have him eventually, so we're gonna just get him out of the way. Okay, we're gonna get Bill Cipher out of the way because. Let me get a. Hey, thank you very much, Mike. Subbing at the tier 1. I hope you are well, sir. Thank you. Thank you. I'm getting a reference image here. Okay. Okay. So, yes. Have I told you guys that I'm so tired? But I am looking forward to this because this is totally different than what I've been doing most of this week. This week has been a very physically demanding week. I have gone up and down the stairs from my basement to my living room so many times this week that there's been several times where my knees have just totally buckled out from me because they're so tired. But it'll all be worth it. It'll all be worth it at the end of this weekend. Because of doing a giant yard sale, that's why. I'm hauling up all of my stuff out of the basement, which is a lot. Samurai Mike says, I'm good. Tomorrow I'm going to Anime Boston for the first time. Nice. Well, enjoy. I hope you have a good time. I've never been to that show before. And I've also never been in the Artist Alley at that show either. And also, I would be remiss if I did not mention that I am still seeking funds for the computer upgrade. It is, it's doing okay. It's having some issues though. It is having some issues. It is starting to do some wonky screen flashes. It's a new one. That's a new thing it's doing. Where every now and then it just kind of does these very split-second flash of like staticky garbage. And almost always I'm in the middle of drawing something and I'm on Photoshop, so I kind of freak out a little bit. I'm like, oh no. It doesn't last. It is very, very brief. It is very quick, and it doesn't affect anything. But it happens, and it worries me. And so usually that happens, and then I immediately save whatever document I was working on. So yes, still very much looking to raise some funds. Hopefully this weekend also I can get some funds. I think that's probably going to be the source of income for this computer. I feel like I'm making his limbs a little too thick. I think. But maybe I'm overthinking the complexity of this character. So, Oh, hey, thanks. What happened? Somebody did something. Wait a minute. Raymond. Raymond, you don't need to do that, Ray. You have already donated to this cause. Brother, can you spare a dime? Thank you very much, Ray. You have already been very generous, Ray. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Hawkeye Legoman says a 3D pyramid. Oops, wrong chat. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Ray. Ray believes in me. I am only limited by my technology. I'm trying to thin out his appendages here a little bit. But yeah, I feel like random, very brief, quick, staticky images are not normal for a computer to be flashing before you. Call me crazy. Also, I've done very little drawing this week. I did the Tuesday stream, Studio Hours Tuesday stream. And I worked on a Patreon gift, which was something I needed to do. It was overdue. Hey, thanks, Reed. Technology can be fun to play with, especially the blue screen. Oh, I sincerely hope I don't get that. Thanks for the bits, Reed. Appreciate it. Too kind, too kind. What was this thing? I think he needs to probably be a little wider, right? Oh, so I did the Patreon gift, that's what I was saying, on Tuesday, and I did finish that, and I have mailed it. So as soon as my patron receives it, I will post the final artwork on social media. I don't like to post the final until the patron gets it in the mail. I don't want to spoil the full surprise. Joseph Zawada, what's up? Farron Mock says, what did I miss? I was on the phone. Not too much, Joseph. We started 15 minutes late because I was outside picking up a tent that I'm going to use this weekend because I planned this big sale like 6 weeks ago, and the universe said, would you like some rain? Yeah, oh, you are tired. This is going to be a fun show. Oh, it probably will be. Hinkle is sleep deprived and his computer's... Oh, yeah, all the things. Everything, man. It's... Oh, man. So I can only think of one other time I have been this tired. The only other time I have been this tired was the 2 weeks that I was full-time working on the very final spreads of Pro Gamer's Guide, as well as the trailer, Kickstarter launch trailer assets and the first couple spreads of Grasslands. Those 2 weeks are really the only time I actually was fully working on both books at the same time, and both were time sensitive and both needed to move and both needed my attention. So I worked on I think I've told this story before, but basically each day I would do Pro Gamer's Guide during the day, and then I would do Grasslands at night. Hey, thanks for the follow. Herbal Tylenol. That sounds great. That sounds perfect. Let me move this so I can actually see. Herbal Tylenol, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Let's see. We had rain the last couple days. Yesterday I thought I was going to float away. What's up, Jeff? Hey, yo, just dropping by to say hello. I appreciate that, Jeff. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing all right. We're just drawing triangles. somewhat crudely, but nonetheless. So yeah, even though I think that's good for this, I've got a lot going on, and I have a lot of other things I should be doing. I did really want to do this because it's been 2 weeks since the last episode already, and this is a nice break from all the physical labor. Let's see. All right, there is our cheese wedge. Oh, thanks, Reed. I hope the squares and circles don't get mad that they weren't first. Herbal and Tylenol also throwing 50 bits. Thank you very much. Triangle stream, indeed. Indeed. Okay. So, I need to mark Bill Cipher in the suggestion box as complete. Now, let's see what else we got here. Let's see. Oh, this is a cool idea. So Hawkeye's got a snowflake, but only using a triangle. I like that. Let's do this one next. We're gonna do that one next. Let me look at a snowflake. So what I'm gonna do, here's my plan. Here's my plan. I'm gonna do the triangle, just so I have my outline. But then, I'm going to cut, paste, turn the opacity down on this. I just want to use that as I draw the actual snowflake. And then I'll probably cheat and copy and paste it 3 times. Because. But how's everybody else doing? You guys should talk more than me. I'm hanging on by a thread over here. You guys should be talking. Oh, man. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I will... Sorry. Let me just respond. I got so much stuff going on. Free. As 8-ish. Thankfully, I have had some good friends who have all been coming to my aid with these tents. Because like I said, the universe was like, oh, you want to do a yard sale? We're going to rain. And I'm not doing the yard sale. Not doing it. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. I think I'm going to color this like blue and stuff too. I don't want it to just look like a tree. Kind of looks like a tree right now. Let's see. Joseph Wise says, I'm doing good. Playing a movie night on Monday. Very nice. What are you going to see? Mike says, I'm off. I'm good. I have off of work, and I'm hyped for the show. Nice. Hope says, well, I would talk about the stuff you are partying with. You can talk about other things. How's bowling going? Have you bowled lately, Reed? I am led to believe that Hope Castle is an expert bowler. That's what he says. I'm running my own tent sale, kind of. It's just because of the stupid rain. I kind of want to do something else and not just this same shape. What other things do I got? What other options? Let me look at snowflake examples. Something Studio Ghibli, got it. I subbed this last year and didn't bowl that much. I think I finished the season at an average of 205. Is that a good average? I don't speak bowling, so I don't know. Is that good or bad? How's work going, Ray? Oh, I think Brian said something, didn't he? And then I missed it earlier. Or am I imagining that? Did he not say anything? I thought he said something. Oh, he just subbed and he had that hunga dunga chunga. That's what he said. Did I miss an important message from Brian? No, I did not. The answer to that question was no. Let's see. I think a couple member of my lugs are going. Oh, cool. You're in DC, right? I should know this because don't I mail you things? I should know this. Let me copy and paste this. I feel like it's that time. 205 or 300 is perfect. Yeah, that's right. Like the 300 is the perfect game. Bobo Lavos says 205 is good, not professional good. Reed said 300 is a perfect game, which I have accomplished 4 times. 4 times ever, or 4 times this year? Got off early today. Look at you, Ray. Did you get off early for good behavior? Alright, cool. I've got 2 more tents coming. I had to say what time I'm like the stream will end at 8. And then I can be outside again for another tent pickup. Like I said, I didn't want to cancel this show because I needed to do some drawing. Even if I'm exhausted, I do need to do some drawing. This is like a tree star. Do you guys remember tree stars from The Land Before Time? South of DC, but close enough. Way to dox me. Everybody, just so you know where Joseph Zawada lives. That's because they want to send you gifts. That's what I always, when people are like, don't share my address. Yeah, but they're going to send you presents. That's the hope. The hope is everyone all of a sudden is like, can I get your Amazon wish list and send you gifts? I don't like what I did in the middle there. Didn't quite work out as the way I wanted it to. Let's try something else. What's up, Brick Studio 23? Good luck tomorrow at the art sale, Kevin. Appreciate that. Thank you. It's okay. Wait. No, I actually screwed up. Wait, what did you say? I actually screwed some stuff up, but it's Memorial Day. Oh, so no one cares that you screwed it up. 4 in lifetime so far for the perfect bowling game. Gotcha. It's okay. I already knew you were the one denying my application. Do you guys live in near the same area? But the guys I first started bowling with in Colorado are forming a reunion tour to Nationals next year. That should be fun. Are you the 8-year-old who emailed me asking to join? See, I would love a present. Of course. That was my child. Look at those tears. Arctic art tears. Also, earlier this week, I'm not going to tell you guys too much because that's not fun. But I had a pretty awesome meeting with a certain publishing studio that I'm working with that might have something to do with this show. That's all I'm going to say. but it was a good meeting and it was exciting. Okay. All right. Okay. Anyways, I come to stop by and say what I'm about to practice my runs for Samurai Jack new glitches. See ya. Yeah, see you later. Finally selling out. No, Ray. But I would gladly sell out. I don't know what I want to do here. Maybe something like this. That's probably fine. All right. It's something I wanted to do for a while though. And I was like, oh, I finally have an inn. I can finally do this. So it'll be good. Let's do this fanciness. Is that fancy? Kind of fancy. It's a little fancy. Ooh, cool. What was the heaviest thing you brought out for? Oh my, it's everything is heavy. It's just constant heavy. It's just constantly heavy all the time. And then, you know what's the only thing that makes it better when it's heavy is when you take it upstairs. Hinklestream brought to you by Indeed. Sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. I like that. That was a good suggestion, Hawkeye Lego Man. A triangular snowflake. I like themes like this, where it's like, you think at first glance, you're like, oh, this is not going to be that great. And then you're like, ooh, interesting. Goddess of D's, what's up? What's up, Deanna? There's a friend I haven't seen in a while. Are you coming to St. Louis soon, or did you give up conventions? Yeah, Ray is out. Ray's out of the biz for now. Let me pick another. What's up, Arctic Art? See, you always show up when I mention your name. Always. Brick Studio, that is long gone. Long gone. Okay, gotta do what I gotta do. Yeah, you do. This is the way. Gotta pay them bills. Eyebrow Express, what are you doing here? Let me mark that as complete. We're doing triangles today. Ooh, what is, let me take a look at, what is a mandala triangle? Let me look at this. I'm listening. Who wants me to listen to them? Ray, I'm listening to you. This is cool. Oh, yeah. Okay, I got it. I got it. I got you. I got you. Which design do I want to do? I'm going to do that one next. I'm doing some simpler ones to, like, warm up, all right? I'm tired. I'm just tired. This one, I guess. Is that for Eyebrow Express? Yeah, you are like Beetlejuice. It's just funny because every look at all those caps. This is harassment.
Jack, I want you to draw me like one of your French girls.
You got it, Brick Studio. You're gonna need a pose. I need reference images. Alright, let's do our... Oh, we can just use this again. Maybe I'll just keep this and keep using this.
That's
Ho,
dandy.
ho, hum.
Ho, that's rich,
Ho,
I'll
ho.
say. Now, how about some colors, stupid?
You got it. You got it, Reed. You'll never prove it. That's right. In a court of law, you'll never prove it. Wow. Yeah. Lag. Let me, did I mention lag? Did I mention exclamation point upgrade? Do this, and do this, and do this. That's what we're gonna do. We're only slightly cheating. Okay, I don't need that anymore. Now I'll switch my brush back to the other one. Eyebrow Express, I want you to know, you are one of very few people that I will go back and listen to your live streams if I miss them. Very few people I do that for. I want you to know this, because I'm very entertained. Circle. I don't really want to. I don't want to draw a circle. That's how tired I am. I don't even want to draw a circle. It's kind of like what vibes am I getting? Illuminati? Or a Holocrux? Isn't this like a Holocrux symbol? Kind of? Maybe? Oh. Yes, they are very entertaining though. Guys, I know I've said it. I've said it before. And I'm going to say it again. Eyebrow Express. Go follow Eyebrow Express. That's all I got to say about that. I'm sorry. My energy is very low. Do this. Yes. You can see this, right? Yeah, there you go. What is this link, Deanna? Why are you posting links? Why am I not a mod? What link are you sharing? Wow, Kevin. Wow. This is Ray. Ray, I used to watch your streams too. I mean, I was there live when you were streaming. But if I missed them, which was rare, I always went back and watched your streams too, Ray. See, I was there live for your streams, Ray, and I listened to your highlight reel streams, or your highlight reel videos that you made. Do you remember those, Ray? Do you remember those? Hope Castle says, you think you're tired now? Wait till Monday. I know. Oh my goodness. I hope that my tired head will rest on a blanket, pillow of money. That's what I hope I can ease the heavy my tired heavy head on a pillow of money. I can only hope for that. Yeah, Kevin doesn't watch my stuff. I think he would be appalled, so it's fair. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I've ever watched one of your streams, to be honest. I'm sorry. But I think not even a VIP. Yeah, you probably should be a VIP. Remind me. Remind me so I don't forget to do that. You can. I think you've deserved that. But your streams are just Lego streams, aren't they? Or do you do like just chatting, or is it just like, don't lie to me? Because if it's just Lego stuff, I don't watch that. You know this. You know this. It was already a struggle to watch Brian's Lego stream. Let's see. I remember how painful they were to make. You will sleep all day Memorial Day. I can't. We have a Memorial Day parade in the morning. My son in the Scouts. Deanna says, I haven't forgotten about you, Arctic Arts. Still working on stuff. Nice. Finding the 5 minutes of halfway funny content an hour show. Ray is so full of it. Okay, I would like all streamers here to call out Kevin for not going back to watch their streams. Attention all streamers. I'm sorry. It's the truth though. I will own the truth. Yes, I don't watch Reed streams either, unfortunately. They are full of things I'm not interested in. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you. You guys are awesome. I want you to keep doing what makes you happy. Don't let my feelings affect your feelings. This is cool, whatever this is, whatever I'm doing. I really want to do more gaming. Nice. I need to start doing some Minecraft streams to pull Kevin into Minecraft. I would love to do Minecraft. When I have the time, I will be in Minecraft like nobody's business. We love the truth here, even if it's harsh. I'm so behind. Oh, let me scroll back down. Thanks, Reed. Feelings. Thanks for the bits. He does miss all the Disney talk. That puts me to sleep. I still feel like I would be so much more comfortable as a VTuber. Yeah. I would love to do that too. My computer would probably literally burst into flames if I tried to do that on my current machine. I guarantee you. It would literally burst into flames. I need to speed up. We're gonna have like 3 triangles drawn. Be like, this guy did 100 episodes. Okay, it's probably good to copy and paste that, I think. But you're willing to host the giant pair of breasts. That was Phil Tomato. That was not me. I support Phil Tomato. That's the call Phil Tomato wanted to make. Eyebrow Express says, to be fair, I only have runny streams when Funny Pigs and a few other regulars who don't mind making a fool of me show up. This is true. This is true. There was one time that I think it was one of your morning, like one of the morning streams. Eyebrow Express. Oh my god, I forgot what key it was to copy. And I don't think anybody popped in. And so it was very quiet. It was a very quiet listen. Kevin, what did you do? I didn't do anything. I have not done anything. I thought it was funny. Funny Fix is, you would look weird as an anime girl anyway, Kevin. No, I wouldn't. You take that back, Ray. You take that back. I would look amazing. Don't insult me. I'm gonna do a flower in the middle of this. Only 100. Unless I stop, you will be 112 episodes behind. I don't think you'll be stopping anytime soon, will you? Bo Laveau says, Eyebrow Express, thank you for the acknowledgement. It takes a lot to keep you from being productive on commissions. It really doesn't take that much. It does not take that much. Don't lie. Don't lie. Why are you lying to it, Eyebrow Express? We're about the truth here. Don't lie. It doesn't take that much. Okay, I'm done spamming the suggestion box. I actually got stuff done without the regulars, but the stream was just not the same. Especially with that mustache. Yeah. You talking about me? Or are you talking about Phil? Whose mustache are you talking about? I should start telling more stories on it. Yeah, you should absolutely start doing that. Oh, when people aren't there, I should probably finish reading that. But the stories are awesome. That's one of the main reasons, like I said, I go back and listen to your streams, is because the stories are like top tier stories. They are top tier stories. You know what makes a top tier story? When you're not even sure it's real. You're like, this is so ridiculous, it can't be real. That is a top tier story. I wish you pushed me into ... Almost like all those times you suggested I purchase it. That's because I was a salesman. I was doing my job. I do think streaming in general, though, it was good for you. Read. Maybe you disagree. I think it was good for you. And just so you guys know, I know we started late, and I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. But we're not going to be going over to compensate, so it's just going to be slightly less time today, because I just can't. I got to get back to other stuff. Lurk and listen, thank you. Thanks. I unfortunately had unfortunately I had to live them, the stories. It takes almost nothing to... Exactly. Joseph, is that why you think I'm a... Yes! That is exactly it, Joseph. Your stories are insane. And I'm like, they can't be real. It can't be real. It just can't be. We have all these little, like, dots in here. I don't know if I'm going to want to do a million dots like this. I'm going to do half and then copy and paste it, is what I'm going to do. Oh no, this stuff is all real. It's amazing. It's awesome. It's very entertaining. I don't know if it's necessarily awesome, but it's very entertaining. RTR says, you missed my last stream where I talked about how I got robbed by a 7-year-old lady. I did miss that. See, if that was happening, oh my god, that changed the whole game. We've had some very good Arctic art streams, though. They have also been wonderfully off the rails. Maybe that's my favorite art streams, is when it's not about art. There's art happening. Art is occurring, but it's not like the thing. Is that why you guys are here? You're like, the art's alright. I'm here for the experience. Thank you for the bits, Reed. Appreciate it. Very, very generous today. Bless you, sir. Bless you in your generosity on this fine evening. It's gonna take me 30 minutes to do this. It was surely more fun when you came along for the ride. Well, I was just better. I was there to help you get things rolling. It's like, what do I want to say? I was there to teach you. Now it's time for you to fly. I can't always be there to hold your hand. I don't want the answer to that question, right? Probably not. I probably don't want it. You're probably right. I'm sorry I'm going so slowly. My brain is fried. But this is nice. This is nice doing this. Okay, there's our mandala triangle. Took me forever. Well, since I can't join you this weekend, I need help. I appreciate that. Eyebrow Express says, my favorite streams from other artists usually involve them pretending to work on a bit piece they've already finished. Well, I love that beginning while chatting up. Aside from your streams, of course. You're just so pleasant. I appreciate that. Yes, Obi-Wan taught me well. You did. Imagine this as a tile. It'd be kind of cool. Alright, let's do another triangle. We need more triangles. Alright, I'm gonna mark the mandala triangle as complete. Reload the Eyebrow Express. What are those things next to my name? So Eyebrow Express, you firstly, you are an artist. And Twitch has rolled out this new feature where you can highlight artists specifically with a little paintbrush. And so I wanted to highlight my favorite Twitch artists by putting that. And unfortunately, it only lets me do 5. And I'm like, really? I can only do 5? But it's mostly because they wanted it to give a feature to streamers that could give credit to those that design emotes and overlays and graphics for other streamers. But I'm like, well, I already do all of that. So I do all that for myself. So I just wanted it to highlight other artists that I know do live streaming. Raymond is an exception. So you got the artist badge, and then you're also pretty cool, so I gave you the VIP. So with great power comes great responsibility, so don't make me take that away. I don't really know what it does, though. I don't think you can actually do anything very different. Like, you can't post links, which I thought was stupid, because I made, I think I made Arctic Arts. Yeah, I made him a VIP, and he still couldn't post links. So I was like, well, okay, then you're a mod now. So I'm not exactly sure. You just have a nice little, you know, a diamond next to your name. Bo Laveau says, another ranking where Kevin gets himself into trouble. Ray's like, what? Don't ask me. Okay, look. You guys cannot be asking me very deep questions in my current state of mind. All right? Don't. All my guards are down. Don't do it. Oh, does Phineas have a his head is shaped like a triangle, isn't it? Phineas. Oh, we have to do Phineas. All right. I've drawn Phineas before as like a commission. Oh, not a commission. I just did it because the voice actor was at a show I was at. But somebody bought it, so that's all that matters. Thank you. No, you earned it. You don't need to thank me. VIP gives you access to certain new... Does it? What does it give you access? I don't even know. Do you not value Joseph's art just because of his medium of choice? So judgy. Bricks O'Brien says, Kevin, all caps. Is the yard sale still happening? Yes, it is. I'm driving 13 hours to be there. You know, considering you live about 2.5 or 3 hours away from me, that is one roundabout way to get here. It is still happening. This is literally taking a break from that to do this. Phineas is the triangle boy. He is. You secretly love drawing horses, don't you? No. Even in this state of mind, I can tell you I don't. Bolo says, Brian, get me good things. I don't think Brian's actually... no, he's not coming to the thing at all. He's at... Brian is not going to show up to the yard sale because he is too busy enjoying some A-class anime. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to do the whole triangle, and then I'll go back and... erase the features. I think that's what I'm gonna do. You guys can see that, right? Yeah, you can see that. You have to manually set them the streamer. It's so true. I posted a mock and Kevin DM'd me to say like, ew, smelly. It's true. Confirmed. No, Joseph is one of the few people, very few people, that has not often, but has asked for some opinions on some of his stuff. And I've given it to him because I do value his craftsmanship. And I don't do that. I can't begin to tell you how many messages like that I totally ignore now. Or just straight up delete. It's a lot. It's a lot of them. But I have replied to Joseph. The ear is like here. Yeah, see, Brian's like, not showing up. I was tempted to drive 16 hours for the yard sale. Airfare is way too crazy to fly. I believe it. I believe it. I mean, I kind of feel bad for the just gas too, but it's like, what can you do? It is what it is. It's not my fault that the gas is expensive. This was already planned. This has been in the plans forever. Okay, I think we need to stretch his head a little bit. That's probably fine. That's probably fine. Ew. Who enjoys anime anymore? That's almost as embarrassing as liking cartoons or video games, right? That means a lot, and your recommendation did really help. See, I'm glad. He won 2 awards. This is going to be another talk later where my wife mocks me. I watched a guy draw triangles for 3 hours. Are you serious? He drew triangles? I did. Well, he colored them too. I did color them also. Coloring occurred. It's gonna be great. It's already paying off. God, those fans are whirling. Unfortunately, I cannot accept your phone call at this time. Hold on, let me send a message. This is insane. Hold on. Sorry, I apologize. You guys here really should be getting my attention. Imagine being a gamer. Besides, I have the clear from you. I need exactly. Imagine being a gamer. Cringe. Oh, we should I mean, I was waiting for us to draw some kind of food, right? I knew food was eventually going to happen. Because it has to happen. Thank you for playing that, Hawkeye Lego Man. Yeah. Are you at what is it? Boston Anime Boston? Are you there right now, Brian? Isn't it today? Today, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Clearly enjoying it as much as you can. Hey, it's that guy. I want the, yeah, exactly. Oh, you're streaming. I didn't realize you were streaming. I mean, I know you normally do, but I didn't realize you were doing it. this week with that event also occurring. I just want, I think, to, yes, there he is. We found him. Ladies and gentlemen, we found him. Should I do more? Or should I just, maybe like half the body, right? You know what's my favorite thing to do with digital art? Is to draw a line and hit Control Z and then draw the line again. It's one of my favorite things to do. As I will demonstrate now. There we go. Draw him T-bones. He's giving some grand, like, he's saying something important. Hey Ray, I got I have an iPad with Procreate on it and an Apple Pencil that was very generously given to me by my publishing company. When I mentioned that I was having computer issues. And that was pretty amazing. I'm gonna tell you right now, that was pretty awesome. You know what else I just remembered? You know what else I just remembered? What did you do, Eyebrow Express? Why is Nightbot yelling at you? What did you even say? I can't even see what you said that it didn't like. Spam? Were you spamming something? So, but yes, I was talking about, you know, needing a new computer, and that's still very much true. Very much true, because, like I said, it's starting to have some, you know what am I doing? I'm just going to copy this hand. I don't need to be a hero, okay? I don't need to be a hero today. I need it for, like, a lot of other stuff. Video editing. Video editing takes a lot out of my machine and gets all upset. It gets angry at me. But they were like, would this help if we bought this for you and just sent it to you? And I was like, yeah. And they did. And I have it. I need to hook it up and, like, actually play with it. I just have had no time to do it. But I know that you use Procreate, and I'm excited. I was just telling us a story about my keyboard. Sorry, I don't know why it did that to you. I had fun while I was there. Aww. So Kevin, is that room you used to have the plastic in it? Is that your new drawing room? Yeah, well, this is where I am right now. It's where I usually do streaming and drawing. I think that's enough. We can color. For... So if it's a little echoey in here, it's because I've been continuously removing more and more things from this room, and I've noticed that my acoustics have been getting increasingly more echoey because there's nothing in the room anymore. It's just me. It's literally me sitting in an empty room, like some kind of weird contemporary art installation. The artist working. The Eyebrow Express got blacklisted. It's a high fall from VIP. Hawkeye says your approval for the Masters High Council has been denied. I'm so sorry, dude. I don't know why. Maybe it was just because the messages were coming out. Like you wrote it all out and it was thinking you were spamming. That's stupid. See, Here's my issue, right? You're a VIP. I have told Twitch, basically, to leave my VIP alone. And see, you can't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. What's the whole point? What's the point of it? Does anybody know? Bobo Lavo, you know. Bobo Lavo is a Twitch expert, actually. I'm constantly impressed at the ins and outs of Twitch that Bobo Lavo knows. Do you know, what is the point? You know? What's the point of being a VIP? You can't post links. You still get attacked by auto mod things. I don't understand. Why am I here? Just to suffer? I'm back. Who are we torturing? Me as usual. Is it deserved or is it underserved? You can set different permissions for VIP, but you have to... Oh, really? It's dumb. Twitch and Nightbot don't universally share restrictions or allowances. Nightbot is the one causing it. Yeah, it always is, isn't it? That's annoying. And see, the thing is that I usually, when stuff like this pops up, I'm like, oh, I need to fix that. And then I'll forget because I get off the stream and I'm usually like immediately thrust into other things I gotta do. To be honest, I don't even think I'm gonna have time to even save out the artwork tonight and post this up on Patreon. I really need to, at least so I can have the social graphic ready for tomorrow, but I just don't have the time. I don't have the time. I don't have the time to do that. His shirt is like really... Oh, you sent me a message too, didn't you? Didn't you, Brian? You sent me a text message. I should probably read that. Is it fun? Is it a spicy text message? I've got so many little, like, my phone, I don't know about you guys. My phone is not one of those phones that has like the little icon of like, oh, you've got 100 missed emails and you've got this many missed calls. Like, no, I'm usually on top of it, and I have so many little like, and I don't have notifications turned on. I don't get like alerts. But I have so many of those red icons, so many places right now. It's kind of stressing me out. Yeah, see, I would like the VIPs to be able to post links. They should be able to. They're VIPs. If I can't have the privilege of telling a long story about my keyboard usage, then what's even the point of being... Exactly. It's not a story the other artist will tell you. Nightbot is a fuddy-duddy. I'm just referring to a Star Wars. Also bold of you to assume I'm the wise. Yes. I hope it's not. It's supposed to kind of start raining tonight, and I hope it doesn't. I have been staging a lot of stuff outside, and I don't want to have a freak out and have to run outside and gather things. We just need to do his hair. And then we need to do something food related next. The only calls I get are from my doctors and from the many banks that have accounts open in my name after I got my identity stolen. That's awful. You know what I've started getting a lot of? Again, I think I mentioned this last week, but it's still very much a thing. So I don't know about you guys, but I stopped getting those obnoxious extend your factory warranty on your vehicle robocalls. Like, I stopped. They were not happening for a very long time. And it was a joke, and it was a meme, and it was funny. And in the last few weeks, they are very much back. And these phone numbers are not being flagged as spam risk. They're just, oh, why is Why is the state of New Jersey calling me? It's kind of weird. And because they're not showing up as spam risk, I'm answering them. And they've all been different variations of the your vehicle's factory warranty nonsense. And I'm like, man, I miss it when this wasn't happening. Let me mark Phineas as complete. Yep, we got that one complete. That one's complete. That one's complete.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, God! Oh, Jesus! God! Oh, Mary, Mother of Jesus! Jesus of Nazareth!
Yes. Oh, we should do both these, because Joseph also has in the suggestion box a row of onigiri, or as they say in Pokemon, the jelly donuts. I know exactly what you're talking about. We should do those. They always have those, always. And this is exactly, I just pulled up a Pokemon reference because that's what I think about. I think about Brock. Brock always has these. And he like opens it up. He's like, would you like some food? I'm like, did you just whip those up? We got this going on, little paper. I still have to go put up, I put up sale signs with, you know, our address and the hours. Yeah, of course, man. Of course, Joseph Sawada, of course. I'm a man of culture, if nothing else. So I did like the signs at the end of both the ends of our streets, or the end of our street on both sides, but I need to do the next like couple major intersections, major in quotes, but like where other humans would see it. I need to go do that at some point tonight. I'm definitely not going to do it in the morning. Let's get our, here we go. Here they are. Triangle jelly donuts. I used to make banana sesame filled onigiri. That stuff is good. Banana sesame. I would try that. We got this. This. And my frying pan is now a drying pan. Who knows that reference? Now is not a time to be shy. You may speak up. You are amongst friends here. There's not a lot to color with this one. Color the paper, which is like this brown, yellow, and then they are white. Thank you guys also for those of you that are here. I do appreciate it, even in my extremely tired state. I appreciate you guys taking the time, hanging out with me while we draw some triangles. I hope you are thoroughly entertained. go. Okay. I'm gonna move this up here. I'll move some of these things around. Whoa. Oh, I hate that. Hate that. Don't do that. Alright. This here. You watched him draw what for 3 hours? That's right. I colored them though, don't worry. Alright, we're gonna do our pizza slice because of course I've drawn pizza a lot on this show. Pizza has come up a lot. Pizza's pretty good though, but it has come up a lot. I've been trying to draw, like, because pizza comes up so much, like, different types of pizza. Because we did, like, during the food episode, you know, I did taco pizza. Remember that? Do you guys remember that? Those of you that were here. And then during the... this might also just because I went through all these again, so it's all, like, fresh in my mind. But, it was like Valentine's or love was the theme, and we did a heart-shaped pizza. Put something weird on it. What should we put on it? You control the action. Do you guys like it when your pizza slice has the big, like, the big bubble? The crust bubble? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. It's got the air bubble in the crust. Kirby salami pizza? Each pepperoni has Kirby's face. What's wrong with you? What compelled you to think that? Are you okay? Each pepperoni slice is Kirby's face. Oh man, what's up, Matt Elder? Coming in, just checking out the horse command. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Let's do, yeah, get it out of the system. I'm at work. Of course I'm not okay. That's fair. That's fair. I'm at work too. This is like peppers. I'm just trying to think of some unique things that I can't readily recall drawing on previous pizza slices. Put some olives. I'm not a big olive fan. I've tried olives several times. Like in my adulthood, I've tried olives and I'm like, nah, I'm not feeling it. And I've tried them a couple times thinking like maybe my tastes will evolve and change, or maybe I'm not having like some good ones, but I was like, nah, I'm not feeling it. Not feeling the olives. Not feeling the olives. Do we have any olive fans? Olive the other reindeer? Not that olive. Where do you work, eyebrows? God, I wish my work were drawing. Cleaning toilets is honest work, but it takes something from your soul. sometimes. Took something from somebody else's soul, too. Can we get a Price is Right fail horn on that one? Dun, 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 dun. It costs you 0 to play it. You'll love it. It'll be worth it, I promise. Should probably do some sauce. Where's the sauce? It's under the sauce. Oh, that's right. We talked about that. I'm a custodian for a church. You would not believe how little of the toilet old people use when they gotta go. What? That's not good. That's a good joke, Ray. That is a pretty good joke. Cooking pizza short. Are you cooking pizza, Reed? What kind of pizza are you cooking? I did not get that joke, Mr. HinkleDraws. But you're a good artist, and pal, I love you. It's fine. It's fine, Ray. It's alright, it doesn't matter to me. You can write what you want. I won't prevent you from writing it in the chat. I most likely won't say it aloud, but you can certainly write it. And it was still a funny joke. I was a custodian for a university when I was younger. I had toilet detail a few times. Try cleaning 40 to 50 toilets, urinals a night. That's a lot. We gotta do some kind of... We gotta have some kind of cheese over our bake. They can't all just be sitting right on top, you know? There's gotta be a little bit of cheese overlap. These are onions, I guess. I guess that's what I meant for those to be. Those little, like, cylindrical things. Okay. Whoa. That is not the right tool. Supreme pizza. Okay. Hope Castle, you and me. Toilet cleaning family. Siblings. You earned your stripes. You guys earned your stripes together. United by the urinal? Where's the pineapple? You know, I've only had pineapple on pizza once, and I wasn't a huge fan, but I didn't, like, hate it. I was just like, man, I don't know how I feel about this. But, see, I had it with pepperoni, and I have been told I should not have done that because it cancels out the pineapple, and I guess that's fair. That's a fair thing. I did feel like it was pretty canceled out. Okay. Let's get another one. What do we got in our suggestion box? Triangle the instrument. Yeah, that's a good idea. I could draw that coral triangle again from Link's Awakening, but I've already done that. I don't think I could do a better job because I was pretty happy with that triangle. United by the urinal. So, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, folks, but there won't be a stream next Friday. I know you're already disappointed. Because next week, I am going down to Washington, D.C. for the largest show I've ever tabled at before, which is AwesomeCon. And it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday show. So the show will be physically taking place during the live stream hours. So, yes, I know. So it's not even like I'm on the road. It's like I will be at the show. The show will be on. So I can't live stream and sell my wares at the same time. Can't do it. I know, Matt Elder, look at that. No. Ray's playing the oh no sound. Oh, we should get lunch. That's right. Aren't you there, Joseph Zawada? We need to see each other, Joseph Zawada. I'm staying with Andrew Boltop. He has graciously allowed me to crash on his couch, and he's helping me out for 2 of the 3 days at the show. And then I'm meeting up with Sue of MrHinkleDraws fame, also another awesome artist here on Twitch, and her and Pablo. I'm gonna stay with them for a day, and they're gonna help me out on Sunday. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good. Yeah, you gotta make it work, Joseph Swada. You are close enough. If I'm driving that far, then you gotta do the extra little bit. you need to figure out that last little bit. Maybe you could come to the show too. You have any interest in coming to AwesomeCon? Exactly. I come 90, you come 10. Exactly. You can do that last little leg. You can do the last little leg. Yeah, I'll look at it. So it's AwesomeCon. It's supposedly a big one. It's a big one, Joe. I'm sure you'll see a lot of really cool stuff. If you have any type of interest in, like, I don't know, anything, pop culture, anime, comic books, I am certain you would find something that you would like. You don't have to do. I'm just, I'm just throwing it out there. You don't have to do anything. You are your own independent person. But I will be there Thursday night. And then I will come back home Monday morning at some point. And that's a big one. That's like a 8-hour, 9-hour drive for me. And I'll be honest. I didn't think I was going to get in. I applied just to apply, but I was like, nah, I'm not going to get in. This is a big one. This is a big one. It's like my application for New York Comic Con. I was like, well, I'm going to do it because I should do it. But I probably won't get in. And then I got in. And I was like, oh, I got to go. Now I got to go. Now I got to do it. AwesomeCon, it's alright. Just kidding, I'm sure it's fun. Never been. I was gonna say, there's no way you've gone, Ray. Why are you lying? What purpose does it serve for you to lie? That seems too far for you. This has been pretty good though, guys. I appreciate this break from all the other physical stuff to sit and do this, but I don't think it's necessarily been helping my fatigue because I think sitting here and not moving for a couple hours is not helping that. It's actually making me feel much more tired. That's the good thing about just keep moving. You won't fall asleep. Come here, triangle. I hate it when the lines are all different widths. Like the... Not a fan. The line weights. Like, pretty thin over there on Phineas. Eyebrow Express says, I have an interest in Jesus. Holy con. Did you guys just say the same joke at the same time? It's pretty good. Oh my goodness, how have we not done the Triforce? How have we not done the Triforce? How have we not done... We're doing the Triforce. How have we not done the Triforce? What's wrong with me? What is wrong with me? What has occurred? No, I was agreeing. You all know I'm not funny. That is a lie. But it's alright. Yes, we all tune in for this very unfunny live stream. Just ever so subtly. Just a little bit. Have you ever been to SawCon? What is SawCon? Is it like all about saws? You explain yourself. You forthwith explain yourself. SawCon. I have a lot more blasphemous jokes, but I will refrain. Well, thank you, Ray. I appreciate your refrain. I just figure people show up to hear me fumble and scream for a few hours because human suffering is kind of the jam. See, that was a joke. You just made a joke right now in real time. We did it. We have assembled the Triforce. Magical. Big D Performance. Thank you for the sub, Big D. I appreciate that. Hello, Kevin. Hope you're well. I am well. I am well. I am a little tired. I am well. Thank you, sir. So good to see you as always. I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate the sub as well. Very kind of you. We're drawing triangles. Did you ever think? Did you think you'd see the day? Let's give it some glow, I guess, because who says I was joking? Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. The suffering is, I do not wish to take away from the actual suffering. Puns that makes me want to walk into the ocean. Arctic Art says, I can't go through with the joke. Oh my goodness. sock on? What sock on? I don't know if I like the glow. Nah. I'll just leave it off for now. That is the best triangle, though. I can't believe I didn't even think of that. This is the stream where people can't be around or square. It's right. It's in the D's nuts realm of jokes. Ray's like, wow, I just got it. Hope Castle's out. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Reed. Have a great weekend. Appreciate it. Thank you for all your generosity this evening as well. It is greatly appreciated. There. See ya. Alright, I need another triangle. I need more triangles. Also, I want to do lots of VTuber art today, but fell down the breath of the wild rabbit hole and said, did you? It's okay. There's far worse rabbit holes you can fall down. Ooh, a cheese wedge. Let's do a cheese wedge. That's a great one. That is a great triangle. I used to draw cheese a lot for some. Maybe it's because of how often it would appear in like Hanna-Barbera cartoons or Looney Tunes or whatever. But like the classic Swiss cheese wedge. To be fair, it was the first day I had like 2 weeks. That's a lot. It's a lot of working. Which I say while now drawing. So, just for full context here we go. Here we go. Funny Figs has the floor. Our daughter has gotten into Five Nights at Freddy's bad. That's right. So it just sounds like a normal child to me. Gotta have the one. Is it even Swiss cheese if it doesn't have the one hole that like goes over the edge? To be honest. So she's constantly listening to the characters and telling us fun facts about them. So to annoy her, we started making up characters and acting like they're. That's great. And Cheese Wedge is my favorite FNAF character. Cheese Wedge? That's pretty great. That is pretty great. Welcome to Cheese Wedge's family diner. Cheese. That absolutely is a thing I have done to my adult friend who is also into FNAF. So you are all in on it now and are honor bound to continue the facade. Cheese wedges are awesome though. What animal is Cheese Wedge? Is it a cheese? It can't be. Well, no, it could be. It could absolutely be a cheese on a plate with like an evil smile, just like the cupcake. If the cupcake can be a thing, then the cheese wedge can be a thing. If you can have a cupcake as a character, you can have a cheese wedge. Do you guys remember in Perfect Dark? Do you guys remember Perfect Dark for Nintendo 64? One of the greats. And there was like, I think it was Perfect. Maybe it was GoldenEye. I'm pretty sure it was Perfect Dark, where they had the cheese wedges hidden around the game, and they meant like nothing because it was for something that like they removed. But so you could still find them, and it was just so odd. It's like, oh, why is there a cheese wedge? I'm gonna need you to act really sorry that you didn't draw the FNAF character. I am upset. This, instead of just drawing a regular piece of cheese, it would have been better if it was a character. You know what? I'm gonna take the blame on that I didn't clarify before I did it, before I started working on it. It's like just drawing a generic bear, right? Why draw a generic bear when you could draw Freddy Fazbear, right? And that is a failure on my part. You're well within your right to be upset. Let me see what this is. I want to see what this Boba Laveau suggestion of a Pacific 97 stamp. 97 stamp. Ooh. It's kind of neat. She likes... Okay, she forgives you. Freddy Fazbear is actually based off an otter. You're not about to tell me the bear is based off an otter. Okay? She likes the cheese you drew, but Scott couldn't animate tails. Is that real? Is that a real thing? You being honest with me? No, sorry, that was a lie. See? This is why. I'm drawing this stamp now. I like this. It's a cool one. It's very detailed. I'm gonna need coffee. Here's the thing, though. Here, any other coffee? Who's coffee drinker here? Who's a coffee drinker? Sound off. Who are my coffee drinkers? I need coffee. I don't necessarily enjoy it. Okay, I just need it. I need it to do its job. And it does its job. But for some reason, when I drink coffee late, it does like the exact opposite effect that I need it to do. I don't know why that is. Because I get tired, I'm like, oh, I need some coffee. But if it's too late, like it is very late right now for coffee, but if I drank it, it wouldn't help me. I would just feel more tired. And that's so odd to me because it does work, and I am an avid coffee drinker every day. Farron Mock says, I am not a coffee fan. Well, thank you for voicing that, Joseph. Rex says, me, although I shouldn't. I just think it's so weird that it's like, has the opposite effect if I drink it late. Yeah, that's about right. It's right enough is what it is. It's not just right. It's right enough. This is when I find out how poorly I replicated it on the other side. It's alright. It's okay. It's fine. We're not all heroes. These are doodles. Remember? Also, I should say this too for the record, for the internet. I am very, very, very sorry. I have not pulled the winners for the free Doodle Stream stickers. I'm really sorry. I meant to do it, and I have like barely had enough time to think. That is on me. It is sitting there on my to-do list to pick the winners. The contest did end when it should have ended because it was a automatic setup thing. So like the entry time is no longer, or it has gone by, so you can't enter. So nobody entered late. I just need to actually go in and pull a winner, and I have not done it. I'm sorry. That is gross negligence on my part. I said I was going to do it on Friday, and I didn't. I was even at a show on Friday. I was in New Hampshire, and I was like, no, but I could still do it. I could just take a minute and pick the winners at least. This is what I'm always trying to do. I'm always trying to do a million things at the same time. And it's not that I don't have the desire to. It's just like, can't do it. The spirit is willing, but the body is weak. These are doodles. Every one of these is above my skill level. I am literally. You are full of. These are not. I've commissioned you for your skill level. Do you think I just commissioned anybody? You think I'm just like, hey, you draw stuff, here's money. You think that's what this operation is? You've got the skills. I gotta commission Ray too, because he's all mad at me now. Because I only commissioned 1,000 caricatures from him. It just wasn't his real, it wasn't his passion. But he's so good at it. You follow Etherington Brothers. I don't know. I don't think so. Bolivo lurking around. He won't even commission exactly. So I have so many. You know what I'm gonna do, Ray? When I'm like not busy and doing a million things and I can remember, I'm gonna lay out all my Funny Figs commissions. I think I have 9 of them. I'm pretty sure I have like 9. And I'm gonna take a photo and I'm gonna publicly shame you on social media. I'm gonna unleash my followers. I'm gonna say Raymond says I have never commissioned him. I present to you evidence.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, God! Oh, Jesus! God! Oh, Mary, Mother of Jesus! Jesus of Nazareth!
I know, that's gonna be your reply. That's gonna be your response. Someone actually just hands me money and I just assume they're being nice. You should check them out. Beautiful art tutorials. Oh, I should. We've got, oh, it's like 2 boats crashing into each other or something here. Some sails. Look at these sails. Look how detailed these sails are. And this. We've got some water. We've got another boat. I think they're crashing into each other. I think that's what's happening. I can't really tell what's back here. It's either another boat or maybe a mountain. There's other things occurring here. I don't really want to draw all the super detail of the scene. It's all in there. Use your imagination. Ray call out video win, yeah, exactly. Funny Figs exposed. And then I gotta have my, like, you know, disgruntled face for my YouTube thumbnail. This man lied to me or something. I don't know. What Funny Figs doesn't want you to know. The truth behind Funny Figs. I'm thinking of all my potential YouTube thumbnail and titles. It's starting to hit me how much work I still have to do, and I have to do it tonight. There's no time left. It has to be done tonight. It's gonna be a very late night. It may be a forever night, a night that eventually becomes day. All right, there's our stamp. But this being said, I am thankful for this little break here. And it's nice to draw. Nice to draw. So there's blue and red. I drew the blue design. I kind of want to use the... I'll stick to the reference. MrHinkleDraws Rant Sona's PNG tuber that you commissioned Ray for. Raymond. What is this? One of my... But see, here's this. Here's this, though. Let me present Exhibit A. I have a lifetime art goal. One of my life art goal, or yes, art life goals, is to be at the same show as Ray. I want to be selling my artwork at the same show Ray is selling his artwork at. That's a legitimate art goal. One day, maybe, if he ever does them again, that might kind of be a thing. Won't be able to do it if he's not doing them. Ray's throwing out the cat. Very nice rendition of the first triangular U.S. postal stamp. Thank you, Bobo. That's a great suggestion. Very nice. I like the detail on the actual artwork. It's really cool. All right. That's, yeah. I like it. I like a triangular stamp. I like that. Why can't we do that again? I guess that's how it always is, right? This is how everything is. Don't make them like they used to. Should we do another... What else? What do we have in the suggestion box? What do I got in the suggestion box? Yep, triangular stamp complete. Oh, that's right. Brian's doing the food ranking. I forgot about that. A square. No, not that one. The other one. We should do a pyramid. We'll do a pyramid. Let's do a pyramid. Let's do a pyramid. That's a great idea. How can you do a triangle without doing a pyramid, right? I feel like that's another one of those no-brainers. So I'll probably, I'm probably not going to do too many more. I know this is totally out of character for me, and I'm a stickler for consistency, and you guys know this, but I am starting to feel the urgency that I need to get back to doing what I was doing. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. I know it's very disappointing. I know you don't need to tell me. This is like, it should be much wider. So we're gonna do, how about we do 2 more after this, okay? We'll do 2 more after this, and then I think we're gonna call it. I'm sorry. I gotta get to I have to get to some pressing matters, unfortunately. I much prefer doing this than not having done the stream at all, though. That's for sure. Hopefully, you guys feel the same. So definitely throw in your suggestions. See, I didn't advertise the stream anywhere today. I didn't do like the, hey, I'm live. Nowhere. No Discord server, no social I didn't put it anywhere. I was so distracted and tired. And I was picking up the tent outside too, that's why we were 15 minutes late. Which is awesome and very, very helpful. And I was like mid setup. I kind of started setting it up and then I left it halfway set up and I came back inside. And I don't think it's been raining. That's another genuine concern. I was like, please don't rain when I'm downstairs. Please don't do this to me. I forgive, but I will not forget. I'm gonna do a small one next to it. A smaller pyramid. But yeah, thank you guys for being here, hanging out with me. Also, all the generosity at the beginning of the stream too. It was super, super appreciated. I don't care what anybody says. You guys are okay. I don't care what anybody else says. You guys are alright. I hope you've enjoyed Tired Kevin. I can get much tireder, don't worry. Only a few people have actually really, really seen genuinely exhausted Kevin. That is like setting up an entire convention. Like tables, pipe, drape, stanchions, and then hanging out at like 2 in the morning in the expo hall. That is Kevin beyond exhaustion. That is when I say words and I don't even know what I said. I don't really recommend it. Oh, that's the glow. I don't want to mess with that. Let's do a new layer. Arctic Art says, that's surprising since you have kiddos. Thought that sort of implied regular exhaustion. Oh, there's the fire alarm, just in case you guys missed it. It's actually been a while. It doesn't normally go off during this time. But if you hear a very faint fire alarm, that is on my end. Don't be alarmed. Do not shelter in place. Do not get under your desk. You are okay. It's not too bad, Ark, to be honest. The whole parenting thing, of course. Parenting, well, I guess it matters like how your kids behave, right? Which also comes back to how you discipline, how you raise them. Some of it's on them, but some of it's on you as the parent. You gotta what was I saying? My kids are okay. They don't give me a lot of trouble. Just the faint whispers of a fire alarm. Probably because you have one of those gross healthy lifestyles. Probably, Ray. Probably. Okay, there's our pyramids. So we have two. We'll do two more, and then I'm gonna call it. Calling it early. Started late and calling it early. Winning on all fronts. Just being a true inspiration. Let's see. What do we got in the suggestion box? I thought that was your fans making the sirens for a second. Yeah, maybe it is. It's all my fans waiting. I'm gonna mark this as complete for the 3D pyramid. These are pyramids. Is a weeping willow tree in the shape of a triangle? It can't be. Is it? I mean, we can do it. Like I'm gonna use my maximum character design on this bad boy. And Reed was very generous, so let's see if we can do this. We can make it happen. We can make it happen. So we're gonna do this. It's a weeping willow, but it's a triangle. It has to be a triangle, right? That's the triangle, but you know, weeping willows have these. It all hangs, all the branches hang down. They're pretty beautiful, actually. I haven't seen too many in real life, but when I do see them, they're pretty to look at. You know, they do a lot of this action. See, remember we were talking about this on a stream. I don't remember which stream where it was, what was happening, but we were talking about how artists can like, oh, I need to draw a tree, you know, and they just do some random line. You're like, wow, that is amazing. It looks exactly like a tree. And whereas I draw these, I just throw these lines down and I'm like, look, it's a tree. And it's like, that looks ugly. That looks hideous. What am I even doing? Am I even drawing a tree? Is it even a tree? Like, I just can't do it. After this tree, I'm gonna do one more. I'm sorry. And then we're just gonna raid Brian. I know he's not an artist. He breaks the mold, but he's doing fast food ranking, and I'm sure it'll be entertaining. You guys will have a good time. You guys will have a good time. And and I will go upstairs and go outside and finish setting up my tent. And if you are a patron, I'm sorry. It's extremely unlikely I will get the artwork up tonight on Patreon for this stream. I will get it out to you, don't worry. It'll probably also, the weekend's activities will probably push everything back a little bit, so I wouldn't be surprised if the time lapse goes up late, the export of the live stream goes up late. That's just how it is, unfortunately. Bob Ross is a bad one for that. Yeah, dude's like, let's paint a mountain. 3 strokes. Bam, realistic mountain. Exactly. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it astonishing? I love it. It's so good. Get some sleep. What do you think this is, Ark? I can't sleep. I gotta sail. I gotta get up at 6 in the morning and get the sail going. I gotta make some monies. I'll sleep when I'm dead. These should be like lower and more like little leaves. What's the last triangle we're gonna do, guys? What's the last one? Let's end on a strong note. Something cool, something different. What are we doing? There's our weeping willow. It's kind of small. I didn't realize how small. Joseph Zawada is swinging in with a excellent idea. An excellent idea. A Sith holocron is an excellent idea. And that's a great way to end this, I think. You're a genius. You're a genius. Did you know that you're a genius? I didn't, but thank you for the reminder. I will remind you of your genius. Oh, I can't wait for this weekend to be done. Cannot wait for this to be behind me. It's been a long day. It's been a long week. It's been a long 15 years. We got these on the sides like this. Did you guys see the I started exporting all the 60-second drawing challenges. Those are going up on social probably once a week on Saturdays. I have them up as shorts on Saturday, which I'm kind of easing up on YouTube stuff because again it has disheartened me. Which it does. It has a way of doing that. Because I spent so much time over the last 10 weeks, exactly 10 weeks, making shorts and videos and art challenge stuff. And I had about 4 videos going up a week for 10 weeks in a row. And it didn't do anything, didn't move the needle in any direction for any type of channel growth for me. And it's still 100% non-monetized. So it's like, this is such a waste of my time. So easing up on that again, but if I'm already doing so right now, the point of this is my videos. I'm gonna take like a TikTok first approach for a little bit. So videos are gonna be made for TikTok first, and then I'll repurpose it if I feel like it could be repurposed for other platforms. So like the 60-second challenges are TikTok videos first, and then I repurpose it for YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels or all the other stuff. Put this behind. Playing City Skylines, it's so fun. Nice. I don't think I've even heard of that. What is that? What is it that you, what is this that you speak? Okay, now we do some gold. I have trouble doing gold. Making things look gold. It's usually like not good. It's not bad, actually. It just doesn't look like gold. I can't like, I'm not really good at that like nice metallic rendering. It's probably because of my naturally cartoony approach. It just can't do it. It just can't be done. That's it. It just can't be done. Not by my hand. It's a city planning game. Oh, you know, I used to love like SimCity. All those sim games, SimCity, SimCity 2000, Sim Tower, Sim Hotel. Man, memories. There's our Sith holocron. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap. I can't do anymore. I'm so burnt. I'm so fried. But we did draw some stuff. We had a good time. You guys kept me company. We drew some triangles. So let me walk you guys through them real quick, and we will wrap, and I will get back to work.
Wow. You did these?
Yes, I
Freehand?
did. Thank you, Ray.
I'm really proud.
Thank you, Ray. I appreciate it, Ray. So we have these, the jelly donut, not the proper name, the jelly donut from anime, seen in anime. We've got Phineas, Phineas and Ferb fame. Ark knows that feeling. We have cheese. We have cheddar.
It's probably the best drawing I've ever done.
It probably is. You're probably right. The Triforce, my favorite, because I'm biased. The triangular snowflake, that was a great idea. Here's our stamp. Pacific 97, triangular postage stamp. Cool idea. Sith holocron. Here's our pyramids. Very nice. I'm sure you are. The Weeping Willow in triangular form. A musical instrument triangle. Look at Bill Cipher over here looking at that pizza. Bill Cipher is just checking it out. Here's the pizza. And here's our mandala. I would say this is a pretty successful batch of triangles. Wouldn't you agree? Wouldn't you agree? I might have to gave a little more than enough of suggestions. No, you did good. You did fine. So thank you guys again. I really do appreciate you all being here and supporting me and supporting my artwork. It does mean a lot. I do thank you. Remember, You guys all know this because you're all here. You guys are awesome. But just in case, maybe on the replay, somebody doesn't know. Socials, exclamation point socials. You can find me on all the social media platforms, all the places. I am everywhere. 3 out of 3, great. That's a good one. I appreciate it. Exclamation point Patreon. I also have a Patreon. We're almost at the new month, which means I'm going to send out a new sticker. $5 patrons and above get a free sticker in the month every mail. I also have some new art prints in that will be going up on my shop, exclamation point shop, on June 1st. So thank you guys. We're gonna go join the absolute chaos. Yes, Ray, make sure you do that. That is Brian doing some kind of tier. It's always chaos. It's a tier ranking. It's always chaos. Let me go. But it's very entertaining chaos. But it is chaos nonetheless. So we're going to raid Brian. He's not an artist. He's his own type of artist. But he is ranking all of fast food chains. And oh, goodness gracious, you'll have a good time. You'll have a good time. Thank you all again for being here. Reminder, there won't be a stream next Friday because I will be on the road. No, I will be at AwesomeCon in DC. We'll see if I have the strength to do a Tuesday live stream. We'll see. We'll see. I might be absolutely broken to the point of exhaustion next week. We'll see. We'll see. I'm a tentative. All right, so let's get the raid going. We're gonna start the raid. Make sure if you head over there, say Kevin sent you.
Thanks for watching. Huge shout out to all the amazing folks who support my work over on Patreon. Patrons have access to a ton of exclusive content, such as high-resolution files of all the artwork I drew during this episode. They even have opportunities to directly impact projects I'm working on with their input and get real gifts in the mail every single month. Check out patreon.com/MrHinkleDraws to join me along my art journey. Be well, and I'll catch you next time.